live by that. Now, to those who are saying no, but why drag the widow to drag the widow to court? I think what the government did was very good. What government did was good. It is commendable. I am one of those that is in agreement with the government to take that case to court, because if they had not done so, by now they would have buried. By now they would have buried if the government had not stepped in to seek an injunction. By now they would have buried. And I mean, that is not good. That's not what we want. That is not what we want. That is not what we want, at least. And so, government did a right thing, because by now they would have buried. But that burying, it is not permanent, it is temporal. It is temporal. The people who want to bury Edgar Chagwa in South Africa, they are not doing it because the family. Because like I have said, if you look at the issue of the family, what are the issues? What is the family saying? The family, at the end of the day, everything that they are talking about, it's all emotions. It is all about bitterness. It is all about hatred. That is all. There are no good reasons that are supporting the family to bury Edgar Chagwa out of Zambia. There are no good reasons. The reasons are emotive, vindictiveness, bitterness, and of course, hatred for Hakainde Hichilema. There are no good reasons. So they would have buried, and then burying, knowing that, at one point, they will have to bring the body into Zambia. But they want to bring that one as a political agenda. So, TikTok. They want to bring that as a political agenda. They want to deposit the body of Edgar Chagwa in South Africa. They want to deposit it there. They want to deposit it there so that they can start cashing in Zambia politically by saying Edgar Lungu has been buried in South Africa. Have you seen? This Hakainde Hichilema is very bad. It is because of Hakainde Hichilema that Edgar Chagwa is buried in South Africa. This is the issue. This is the issue. They want to turn this into a political agenda where they will be pointing at Hakainde Hichilema to say, Hakainde Hichilema is very bad. Can we let's remove him out of power so that we can bring the body of Edgar Chagwa. That is a trick. There is no any other good reasons. The reasons why Vena Nakachinda, Vena Makebi Zulu want that body to be buried in South Africa, it is so much so that they can turn around and start talking about the body, talking about Edgar Chagwa, make it a political issue. Vote for us so that we can bring the body back into Zambia. That is what they want. On the part of the family, particularly from my point of view, it is about the cases. They are scared, those that look, if we get them, if we come to Zambia with the body, after we bury, then what? They are scared that after that, the cases will kick in. After that, the cases will kick in. And this is why I have been saying that the issue of the cases must be brought on the table. The issues of the cases must be brought on the table and discuss with the family on the issue of the cases. And surely, the cases that Bamaeva Esther Lungu has, they are not really cases where you can say, no, she has to go to jail, she has to go to jail. No, she didn't steal. She didn't steal. She didn't steal. Then when you talk about the issues of properties, which even other family members have, I mean, really, these are issues that a government can negotiate. A government can negotiate. I am of a view that please, can we bring the issue of the cases into the discussion, so that something can come up there, so that these people, the Balungu family can be secured, can feel safe, that if they come to Zambia, they will not be arrested afterwards. The issue of cases cannot be overlooked because it is very serious, and these people must be scared that soon after we bury, then what happens of us? You can even think of Bamaeva Esther Lungu, that surely she would be scared, because even when the husband was there, she was actually incarcerated. She was detained at Ibex police station. She was detained. So a person who was detained when even the husband was there, I mean, she would be scared to say, now that is gone, I mean, things will be worse for me. Things will be worse for me. So I am hoping that this will come in the discussion. This will come in the discussion. But my point is that these discussions wouldn't have been there if government had not stepped in with a court injunction. So the court injunction is good. It was a right decision, because now we can engage on this issue. And South African government, together with the courts, you can see the body language of the courts and even the South African government is that they don't want Edgar Chagwa to be buried in South Africa. Make no mistake, the South African government has made it very clearly that they don't want Edgar Chagwa to be buried in South Africa. Somebody is talking about numbers. Yeah, of course, numbers should be low because my network is not okay, and that doesn't matter for me. I'm still HH TAYALI, by the way. So it's not an issue. It's not an issue. Some of you, if you go live, if you even get 300 people watching you, nishmwashuka nishna mkosa. So South African government doesn't want Edgar Chagwa to be buried there. The courts, they don't want to adjudicate on this. They don't want to adjudicate on this because, I mean, they don't want to look to embarrass a Zambian government, another government. They don't want. Okay? The court is also in a predicament where they don't want a situation where they embarrass a government. But at the same time, they don't want to look insensitive to the bereaving family. So at the end of the day, the court have given this long time so that the family members and the government can engage. That is why they gave them such a prolonged time that the judgment will only be delivered in August. It is because they are hoping that the two parties can resolve this matter. So even now we have seen we saw a statement where government is saying that they have written to the family so that they can settle out of court. I have seen some narrative coming up to say, hey, what's the point? What's the point of taking talk about the position of Archbishop in this matter? What is the position of Archbishop? I don't know the position. Anyway, some people are now saying, hey, what's the point? You take a person to court and but then you write them to settle out of court. Why take them to court? No. They took them to court so that they can have this time. I told you that from government point of view, this is not about win-win. This is not about embarrassing the Edgar Chagwa family or trying to torment them further. No, it is not about that. Government through and through has recognized that the Lungu family are grieving. They have recognized this. And they have been empathetic to the situation. They have been very empathetic to the situation. President Hakainde Hichilema has done extremely well in handling this issue. So government is not in any way trying to be uncouth to the Edgar Chagwa family. The only thing that they want is that we give Edgar Chagwa a befitting, send off as a former head of state. That is what the government wants. And this time is a time to negotiate. Those issues that they have, can they bring them on the table? Because those issues of saying, no, government changed. Hey, government, no, there is nothing like that. The only thing that is there is, number one, like I've told you, the political interest. If they bring Edgar Chagwa into Zambia, these political vouchers, they will be done. From the family point of view, they are looking at the issues of the cases. And these issues need to be looked at and, find a middle ground so that Edgar Chagwa can be buried, with honors in Zambia. We should not allow political vouchers to take advantage of this situation so that tomorrow they can come and say, no, we want to bring Edgar Chagwa. We want to bring Edgar Chagwa. We want, no. And that's why I'm calling them vouchers, because they are holding on to the body so that they can benefit out of it. Edgar Chagwa is gone. Let Edgar Lungu go and rest in peace. Let Edgar Lungu go and rest in peace. And don't hold on, kuchitumbi chakwe, so that you can get some political mileage. No. On the issue of the cases, I am sure the government can negotiate something with these people. These people are not criminals. They are not criminals. They are not criminals. So, government, surely, I am urging you that you engage the family and discuss this issue of the cases. That is my point of view. Going to court, government did well. Writing to the family so that they discuss and negotiate this thing out of court, that is very good. That is what, even the South African government wants. That is even the courts want. Even the courts want that. They don't want to embarrass the government. They don't want to look insensitive to the family. So, best if a middle ground is reached. And I'm really praying that, it will come to that. I know Makebi Zulu is being adamant. But Makebi Zulu unakomutima. Makebi Zulu unakomutima. Makebi Zulu unakomutima. This is not personal. This is not personal. Look at the interest of the country. Makebi Zulu, I've been talking about Makebi Zulu because I know he is a problem here. Makebi Zulu is part of the problem. I know if it was somebody else who was in Makebi's position, things would have been different. Things would have been different. Makebi Zulu katwishi ukose mitima abantu de bali kose mitima kwati katwishi. Bali kose mitima. These days I'm feeling very bad, when I even think of that guy who was murdered by the brother. I mean, I'm feeling very bad. I'm really feeling very bad. But anyway, let me not dwell on that. So that is the situation in Nimpapata. I am saying, please, let's bring by Edgar Lungu to Zambia. Political vouchers, you cannot keep on, poking, sucking something out of Edgar Chagwa, even in his death. I mean, you did that when he was alive. You did that when he was Republican president. It is time to let go. It is time to let go. But you see, with this situation, as we have it, I mean, you can guess our political prospects, especially as opposition, as we head towards 2026. I usually talk about these things because I want people, to prepare their mind and to act in a manner that does not expose them. To act in a manner that does not expose them. There is this narrative there is this narrative. People are thinking that, no, Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND are going next year. A lot of people, bali kwati ni mupashi. Na vengirona mupashi. You know, there is this like a prophet has spoken. Hakainde Hichilema is going, Hakainde Hichilema is going. And some people are even becoming careless by what they are saying. Some people have even become careless because they believe that this government is going. This government is going, so they don't care. They don't care. They can say anything about the government. They can insult Hakainde Hichilema because they are sure that Hakainde Hichilema and his government are going. Now, me, I am mostly concerned with ordinary citizens. Some of these people, they are politicians. They have got means, you know, and I mean, it's politics. It's politics. They can in politics. It's like that. Even me, when Hakainde Hichilema was in opposition, I used to say, no, Hakainde Hichilema will never be president and whatever, because I was doing politics. I was doing politics. So even others, they can speak like that to say, oh no, Hakainde Hichilema is going. Hakainde Hichilema is going. They are doing politics. But some of you, ordinary citizens, you need to be very careful. You need to be very careful. You need to be sure before you start jumping around, celebrating that Hakainde Hichilema is going. You need to be very careful before you start insulting, before you start, you know, behaving in a manner that you attract, you know, legal actions against you. You need to be very careful. From my point of view, my brothers and sisters, and this I say, not because I'm doing politics, not because I want to come back home. I'm just giving you things as they are. The way things are, the 2026 general elections is likely to go towards the UPND and Hakainde Hichilema. 2026, mark my words, this video, keep it. This video, keep it. You will come and tell me 2026, Hakainde Hichilema is bouncing back. Unless, of course, you know, in politics they say, you know, 2 weeks can be a long time. Unless something really happens, something dramatic happens. But as it is, you would be careless to start jumping around thinking that Hakainde Hichilema is going. I'm speaking to a number of people. They are, no, you know, in the compounds, no, you don't know. Hey, because you are out there. You have lost touch with the reality. You don't know what is on the ground. My brothers and sisters, I've seen politics. I've seen politics. I have seen politics. Tererona Tampa, I have seen politics. I campaigned in an election, you know, way before. I think I campaigned in an election when I was very young, very young. I think I must have been like 14 or so, 14, 15 years, 14, 15 years, when I campaigned for Godfrey Masiku. Godfrey Masiku, I'll never forget, former education minister at that time, in the time of UNIP. And he lost an election to Emmanuel Mutewa. Up to now, I remember those names. Emmanuel Mutewa. He lost an election in Chifubu constituency to Emmanuel Mutewa. So, I know at that time, you know, I was young, and we were supporting Godfrey Masiku, and we thought that Godfrey Masiku is going to win. And I saw how he lost. My first time feeling the pain of losing an election, it was during that time. I was very young, very young. From there, another landmark. I mean, I saw 1991 general elections where Chiluba won with a landslide. No problem. But another one, it is when Mwanawasa died. When Mwanawasa died, and I was supporting Vasada. We lost that election to Arabi. I'm telling you, and I remember the mood, how things were. I was very sure Sata was going to win that election. He lost. Even 2011, it was not easy for Vasata to win it. Go and check the numbers. Go and check the numbers. It was not easy. Then we saw, 2015 elections, when Edgar Lungu became president. He almost lost. Then 2016, and now 2021, I saw that. I'm telling you, at the moment, I don't see Hakainde Hichilema losing this election. I don't see. It takes a lot. It really takes a lot. It takes a lot for an opposition to win an election. Right now in Zambia, it may not be there, but trust me, when power when power is within sight, even those who are far and wide, they would feel it. Even those in diaspora, they will feel it. They will feel it. Right now, who is looking at who getting power from Hakainde Hichilema? Who? Because right now, you first of all have to wonder who because whoever, if Hakainde Hichilema is losing an election, he has to lose an election to somebody else. But at the moment, you tell me, who can Hakainde Hichilema lose elections to? Who can Hakainde Hichilema lose elections to? Who can win? Who? Because you're saying Hakainde Hichilema is there, is going. Hakainde Hichilema is going. Hakainde Hichilema is going. Who is going to win over Hakainde Hichilema? That is a question that you should ask yourself before you start jumping around saying, no, Hakainde Hichilema, aleya. Ngo uleisa ni nani? If Hakainde Hichilema aleya, uleisa ni nani? Who is coming? If Hakainde Hichilema is going, who is coming? Tell me. Tampeni ukulembapo. Start writing there. Tell me who is coming. Who is coming? Who is coming? If Hakainde Hichilema is going, who is coming? Who is going to take his position? You don't even have that. And with due respect to the opposition in Zambia, there are a number of people. It's not that there are no people that can take over. But really, they are not anywhere in the limelight. They are not anywhere in the limelight. I'm seeing even some of the names coming up. And one of the things that you can see, some of these names that you are mentioning, you should even see how they perform in the by-elections. If they are failing to win a by-election, they are coming, to my figures. Did you see the gap? Did you see the gap that happened in Lumezi? Did you see the gap which happened in Lumezi? And I know some people will come up to say, no, by-elections, what? Trust me, as much as they are by-elections and they are mostly, they mostly favor the ruling party, but they also say something. You cannot have such a big gap. You cannot have such a big gap and expect to say, no, the leader of this party will become president. Tetfibombe, guys. Tetfibombe. It doesn't work out like that. These political parties, these names that you are talking about, they are fielding in their candidates. But look at their performance. Look at their performance. Look at them. Their political parties have been participating in the by-elections. And look at their candidates, the numbers that they get. Look at the candidates, the numbers that they get. So, it is not It's not a child's play. It's not a child's play. It's not a child's play. The people that are there at the moment. That's why nakalipira, because if we had gone ahead na Munduvire, we would have gone far. Munduvire would have really positioned himself very well at the moment. But unfortunately, they came in and, you know, frustrated that agenda. And this is what selfishness does. Those people, they were selfish to block Munduvire, and unfortunately, they killed themselves, because now they are even nowhere. They are even nowhere. Your selfishness came in to jeopardize, you know, somebody who had ticked, somebody who was moving. You came in and snatched that opportunity from Munduvire. And now, you are nowhere yourselves. And most of you, your political careers are ending next year. Because even some of you who are in parliament, you will not be lucky to be voted back into power. Most of these opposition members of parliament, they will not get it. They will not get it. Most of them, they will not. And that will be their end. That will be their end. Because PF, where is PF at the moment? Where is PF? Where is PF? Who is the president of PF? Who owns the papers to PF? PF really, at the moment, it's done. PF is done. To revive PF is very difficult. You are even better off. You are even better off forming another political party. If there is somebody who is who thinks that, no, I mean, I've got potential, you would rather even form another political party. You would rather even form another political party than to try and start fight, you know, retrieve PF, because you won't retrieve PF from Hakainde Hichilema. Hakainde Hichilema has taken PF and put it in his pocket. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to get PF out of Hakainde Hichilema's pocket. It's very difficult. It's very, very difficult to get it. You would rather form another political party. Form another political party, and it's very possible. It's very possible to form another political party and, you know, gain the support. It's very easy. It's very easy. You just need the resources and you need the right people. It can happen. It can happen. But to revive PF, they will be fighting. Already, these people will be fighting. Already they are fighting. They are pulling each other. This one wants it, this one wants it, this. But what are you fighting for? Those who are trying to fight for PF, what are you fighting for? What are you fighting for? So, in my view, if I had anything, I mean, I would rather, you know, just form another political party and run with it, if you have what it takes. But I see a lot of problems. So, I am saying this for the benefit of, you know, the ordinary citizens who might be led into believing that Hakainde Hichilema is going. Before you talk about Hakainde Hichilema going, you must ask yourself who is coming. Before you talk about UPND going, you must talk about which political party is coming. You must talk, this is what you must be looking at. So from my point of view, you can argue with me to say, yeah, no, Hakainde Hichilema is going. My simple questions that I'm putting to you are two. Who is going to take over from Hakainde Hichilema? Which political party is going to take over from UPND? And this, I say this, it is not a support. It is not a support for Hakainde Hichilema. It is not a support for UPND. It is reality as it is. And I'm saying it so that some people can avoid being careless. I am seeing people being careless because they are thinking that Hakainde Hichilema is going. UPND is going. And this is why I'm talking about this. And you know, some people might be looking at PF, and I'm saying PF at the moment, it's like a dead horse. It's like a dead horse, PF. Because PF, because of the selfishness of people like Mao Samp, People like Mao Sampa should be ashamed of himself, because Mao Sampa contributed heavily to bring PF where it is. You think Mao Sampa thinks that they can get back PF the way they got it when they had the support of UPND. Mao Sampa, you got PF because you had the support of UPND. At the moment, you don't have it. That useless Chavinga, useless guy, is the one that is holding PF. And that guy is going to die with PF. He's going to die with PF because those are some of the MPs that will not go anywhere. Chavinga is also dead. He's dead politically. Chavinga will not go back to his constituency and win an election. It will not happen. It will not happen. But he's the guy that is having, PF, and he's going to die. He's going to expire politically together with PF. Chavinga is expiring politically together with PF. And I don't think there is anyone that will be able to revive PF at the moment. So even those that they will be putting each other here and there. But really, at the end of the day, where are you going? Where are you going? So, na issue Paku. I'm seeing some names. I've even seen some new people. There are some new entrants who have entered the political landscape. There are some new people. I don't want to mention them names now because I don't want to kill their political hope at the moment. I don't want to kill them. And I've got no reason to start shooting at individuals to say this one. I've got no reason for now. All I can tell you is that I'm not seeing anyone. Even these political entrants who are coming in. Yalikosa politics muntu yalikosa. You can be Shan Yuko, Dr. Chakuti. You can be a very educated guy with so much knowledge. But for you to run for a political position and win it, it is not easy. Even just to run, even as a councillor, I'm telling you, just to win as a councillor is not easy. But I can tell you that some of these people that you are mentioning around here, they cannot even win as a councillor. It is not easy to get people vote for you. It is not easy. So, it is not easy. And some of them, yes, they have been around in politics, whatever. They have failed to tick. Some of these people, they are not politicians. They are not politicians. Some of them, now I look at new fashion, achad, new model. Where did politics mix up with the fashion shine? What do they call? These people who dress up and they are taking pictures. You find that pictures post social media. Pictures fashion model. You can't, because politics they have an Politics they have. But anyway, I'm not going to mention names and whatever, because I've got no reason. But, somebody will say, but now, what about you? Where do you stand? Me, I've got plan B. But I will bring it at the right time. Even coming to Zambia, it is not that in Pura and days of Zambia. I have to make sure that, I do it right. But in a nutshell, basically, the network is not very good today. In a nutshell, I'm simply saying, at the moment, we don't have somebody that is going to take over from Hakainde Hichilema. That is one. Number two, we don't have a party that is ready to take over from UPND. So, much as we may not like Hakainde Hichilema, much as we may not like UPND, I don't see things changing in 2026, next year. No. I think things will remain the same. Yes, you know, politics is can be very volatile sometimes, but somebody can come up, but I don't see that person who can come up at the moment. Yeah, it is possible. Somebody can come up. Somebody can come up, but I don't see that person coming up. And PF is gone. PF is gone. And the people that should be held responsible for destroying PF are people like Mao Sampa. They were selfish. People like Nakachinda, they were selfish. Avena Makibizulu, they were selfish. They are the ones that have destroyed PF. So, that is my view, Bane. I don't think I should continue talking too much about this.